Welcome to another episode of The Benita Show, where we showcase positive artists in a positive light. On today's show, we have Michael Hirschfeld, the St. Louis art critic and owner of Hirschfeld Art Gallery. We also will be showing the trailers for Joe's Place and Clayton's Lyric, two St. Louis independent films that will be showing at the Tivoli Theater on October 6th. But first, a word from our sponsor. Up next, we have trailers for Joe's Place and Clayton's Lyric, two St. Louis independent films that will be showing at the Tivoli Theater on Thursday, October 6th at 7 p.m. Hey, did you know that Joe's Place raised over $25,000 for the homeless when it debuted at the Tivoli Theater last spring? Those must be some happy kids. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased in advance online at www.landmarktheaters.com. Now that is St. Louis independent filmmakers at work for your community.
They're turning into really outstanding young men. I know they're going to make a difference in the world.
A paradigm shift is a complete shift. I mean, it's like a complete change of what the world looks like and is, and so it's hard for a lot of them to come here, and they have to give up a lot.
I think they put something in his life that he needed, in a direction that helped him find the way that he really wanted to be and to go in, and I'm grateful to them, and always will be.
Like it goes by way too fast. I never thought that we'd get to this day because it's a big deal. So the sun to rise. There's a space in the clouds where the two of us could hide. Do you believe in miracles? Is love an
St. Louis independent artists at work for your community. Don't hesitate. Get your tickets today. And now, The Benita Show with Michael Hirschfeld.
Hello world, I am pooped because Michael Hirschfeld demanded that I walk required that I walk, oh my God, miles and miles. We're down here in beautiful Clayton. Yes, at the St. Louis Art Festival. And here's the art critic at large, Michael Hirschfeld, who had us walking all over the place, looking at all these beautiful art pieces.
All the visions in my head. And I think about it most every night. Yeah, I held you one time, felt so right.
glad you're on my side. Not a February guy. Before I lay my head, long to see that sun set again.
But Michael, did you have a good time today? Because you wore me out, world. Wore me out.
You should go more often, walk miles and miles, because we met so many fascinating people today from all over the world. Talented young artists. Saw so many. I hope you have 2 shows featuring what we saw today, because we walked for 2 to 3 hours, gathering in practically all the artists of note for your edification. I'm just your roaming, at-large ambassador of culture in St. Louis, visiting here from far away. And Benita brings it all to you. My
And I
hostess
had on
with the
heels.
hostess.
I had on heels, and my feet are killing
You had the heels.
And
I
in a
had the
moment,
flats.
you know, this is really, we do this kind of backwards. This is our intro, but in a moment, you're going to see all the beautiful art that we saw today, and you're going to have a good time with it. Michael, tell the world what you saw today. Tell them about all this beautiful art out here.
In a nutshell, what I thought, there's a lot of talented, hardworking people that are very poor, that need your attention, that need the attention of our society. They're hardworking arts and crafts individuals. They need your support. So give them some love.
Wow.
Yeah, I held you.
Lots of beautiful, great artwork. We have blown glass.
He's from Oklahoma. This is Toby McGee.
Oh.
This is interesting. This depends on your taste. These kind of pieces here.
It does?
Yeah,
I think they're gorgeous. I love blown glass.
delicate. It's delicate. I like the shapes. You haven't drawn to the shapes.
Wait a ton.
These landscapes are nice. This is kind of a pleasant landscape. You notice the landscape motif and the sky motif. And they have earth motif here. These are good pieces. These landscape vessels. The process, what's the process by which you gather in the base? All
Colors are,
colorations.
there are 4 layers of clear, and I add color to the first 3 layers. So that separation of color by layers of clear helps with the depth and distance that I'm after in that landscape image. So that's all done early, then I coat it a 4th time with clear, so all the color is sandwiched in clear, and then I start the blowing and shaping.
Excellent. It's aesthetically pleasing. Thank you.
We have paper art.
Wood sculptures.
Wood sculptures, yes.
Beautifully painted
Yeah.
canvases.
Photography.
Not a February.
On aesthetic, I call this nouveau retro antique. What it is, you have a photographed silver print here of a western forest in California with redwood, cedar, fern forest, you know, and it's mounted on old board, and it's aged and toned, and then mounted on a wall-like structure simulating an ancient wall, which it isn't, and then a full frame of real wood, antiqued, and given a designation of antique numbers. So the entire thing is an antique tableau of ancient forest to take you back into time. So it's not a bad idea. It's an interesting idea. I don't necessarily agree with the idea, but you see it's constructively taking you back in time. We're not just looking at a whole forest. We really feel like we're going back over 100 years. Don't you feel that? You look at the way this is posed. This is an artificial wall. This is an antique frame modified. And even these nails are modified.
See that?
And it's toned. And it even has a rippling effect over here. So it has incredible pizzazz in retro.
What do you think the numbers
Antique.
represent? What does
To give it a feeling of it's one of something in an inventory that's ancient.
Okay.
Museum fantasy. It's a fantasy. Pseudo-antique fantasy. It's not bad. It isn't my favorite, but I don't mind it. It's one of the cases where they get median grades, but it's good to try. This is where art offers a escape for you into antiquity, but a beautiful image that draws you in. So give him in.
Before I lay my head, long to see that sunset. I long to see that sunset. I long to see that.
Jewelry.
Jewelry.
And furniture made out of, what was it?
Honduras mahogany.
Said again.
What is it, sir?
It's Honduran mahogany.
Wow, the finest in the world. Well, Honduran mahogany. No, a mahogany tree is the most potent and massive tree in the world, along with the great redwoods. The mahogany trees grow to a huge size in the tropics. What happens to the great mahogany tree, the huge trunk, huge branches, and what you do, you cut into it. You get the crotch of it, which means an incredible grain, an incredible structure in mahogany. It's inside it. You take it in, cut it up, and you get this from the great mahogany tree. It's awesome.
I have to hire you.
And so that's a very expensive wood. Now, how much did just the wood cost you? Just a big, big hunk of wood.
Yeah, I think this big chunk is probably $500-600.
That's just the raw wood coming off a tree that you took down out of Honduras or whatever. It's in Cuba too, but they have it in Guatemala, anywhere there's the Central America. Gorgeous, gorgeous tree. And in here you can see the texture here. And the purpose of Stack Guidance was to show what?
For this one, it was, I mean, I like the tension of it, for one. And also, it was kind of, this is the name of this one's Element. So it's got kind of this fiery thing by rubbing through a little bit of the paint. But it's also got these kind of inlays and stuff, so it kind of brings me back to earth. So earth, fire, water.
Oh, this is the water point. Where's the sky? That's included, right? Earth,
All the empty
fire,
spots.
water.
Some trouble.
That's the aerosol, the stainless elements. Earth, fire, water. So this, we're going to get the price.
This is $52. The base is compressed wood. I also carved these. And then solid wood along the bottom. And there's 2 threaded rods that go up through the bottom to connect everything. So the whole thing weighs about 45 pounds, so you don't need a forklift to move it around if you want to relocate it. So easy to own is kind of what I'm going for, but it still gives you that
What's the
nice,
total weight?
nice
Everything together.
45 pounds.
With the base.
Yep. Yeah, so,
45 pounds.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, so you can't knock it over, but at the same time, you know, you can. It's got adjustable feet on there too, so everything is adjustable for any foot.
And you're located right
Denver.
Denver, Colorado.
Just down the road a bit.
Like those mountain peaks. So a man, raw of nature, who tackled a tree in Honduras and turned it into Aristotle's concept of the elements, emerging from a rippled ocean.
I'm telling you, I gotta write this stuff
Kind
down.
of aqua fur hair. And the culture seems
How are you? Hey, Sean. Pleasure.
And Benita.
Hey, Benita. Pleasure.
Channel 8.
The furniture that was made out of the washers.
Oh, the washers all welded together to make pretty furniture.
And I think about it most day, most every night. Yeah, I held you one time, felt so right.
Such verve. What do you think, Benita?
I think it's very unique, very original, different. I love it.
Just
What do you
think
think,
how
Michael?
much. Just think how much we save by taking these washers, lost in some mechanism, and making something out of them that's interesting, useful, and aesthetic. And it's amazing. Recycling
It is.
with creation for a purpose.
Yeah.
Taking something mediocre and making it interesting.
Right.
And it shows human ingenuity at its
Very
best.
authentic.
And practical.
Yes, practical.
If the United States Treasury government was as efficient as this washer table, we would not be 15 trillion in debt, we'd be 15 trillion positive.
I agree. And we saw some beautiful artwork that we can't show on TV, but it was actually Nude
still
bodies.
photography.
Yeah,
Beautiful nude women integrated with teeny toys.
Yeah, with toys on them. It was beautiful, and I'm afraid I can't show it to you. It's a little bit too revealing.
It's risque.
Yes,
Risque.
for the Benita show. We're not on HBO yet, but we're coming. Then maybe I can put it on
This is
late night.
educational now.
Right.
But not too much too soon.
Okay, not too much.
Risque. There was risque photography in Florida. It was really fabulous. I was biased.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was really, especially that motorcyclist who's coming up from between the canyons there. In a hurry to get to.
It was a motorcycle coming through the sternum of a
veil,
woman.
Right, on the sternum,
chest and-
in between the mountain peaks,
Headed
heading
to-
down.
So anyway, let's get away from that art.
all the visions in my head. And I think about it.
It's Chinese painting. Yang Yang, look how short. It's sort of a masculine image, a giant horse, nature's bald-headed man. This may be what man may turn into one day. Yang Yang.
Am I longing to see?
Anyway, just some beautiful, beautiful artists out here. How many displays? you think?
200 at least.
200? Yeah, we did this for about 3 hours. And
3 hours just to walk.
wow.
Take the beat.
Wow. And you're talking about a man that loves art. He didn't want to miss a single stand, but we got a lot of them, and we didn't get a lot of them. But we picked out some of the best.
So many. Try to focus on just the few that are really interesting. We saw that we only could focus on maybe 5%, maybe.
Michael, if there's one piece you want to come back and purchase, which piece would it be?
It'd be the sculpture of the two dudes with the lock and key.
Ah.
$5,200. Some guy, some motorcycle mechanic from Harley Davidson created this suspended figures on a pedestal, and they were hanging there. That's what they had.
The way he did the metal,
art.
he made it look like marble.
Long to see that sun.
Dude, just for my own edification. Throw it in there.
It was
I
beautiful. He
collect
took-
art too, just texture. Unlocked thoughts. Two figures. Scale. Massive weight. Pedestal. Door. Two masks. Unlocked thoughts. This is obviously brass, bronze, stone, carved. Cast bronze masks. The thoughts are represented by the two figures. These twisted figures like Alberto Giacometti might have conceived, and all have keys, and there's the door. They're trying to figure out how to do it. It's an interesting concept. The idea of the door, the keys, the unlocked thoughts. The thoughts are hidden from each other as we hide behind masks. We therefore cannot share our thoughts. This is a thoughtful artist who has an idea of what he's doing, but therefore makes him interesting. This is very, very fresh work.
You've never seen anything like it?
No, I haven't. It reminds me of Alberto. And I love the way it's carved too, and the way it all just hangs together. I like it. Hold on, wait. He gets an A for the day. Who's the A? Thomas Wargan. Very nice work. Yes. It's a good work. American. I've seen a million artists. I choose one. Critic for the Channel 8.
Okay.
Ooh, here we are. And we asked for the sculpture here with the two unlocked thoughts. We asked you for that sculpture. For my own reference.
Okay, yeah.
What are you asking?
What am I asking price-wise?
Price, yes.
Yeah, that one there is 300. They were just interested in it right now. There's people right behind me. They were interested in purchasing it.
So all your sculptures are 5 to 10,000 basically, the big ones?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how long does it take you to actually produce such a carving, the casting, all the preparatories?
Most bronze artists do editions. I only do originals.
What?
Yes.
You do one of a kind?
One of a
with
kind bronze originals, yep. Okay. Because what they're done is they're pieced together. So basically I have an idea, a sketch of what I want to make, and then all the pieces are cast in little tiny components, no more than a couple inches in size, and then they're all put together into a new sort of design sculpture of.
And what sort of marble did you work with?
Well, none of
them.
No, everything's metal.
What about the body?
Everything's metal.
Painted metal?
It's all
This is a
patina.
bronze that's patina.
It's all done with heat and chemicals.
So shaped with metal to give you more freedom and to save you and release you for the texture.
Correct.
You did a purpose. Right. See, the metal you do. Excellent. Then you did all the additions and metal enameling and all the texturing done on top. So you made it look like marble or stone.
Correct.
Gave me that feeling. Like even the stone hanging there. That's a stone, isn't it?
Now that's a real stone, right?
That's in the balance. The stone called the stone of bondage. I like your work.
Well, thank you.
So you can put you on my docket. Pleasure meeting you.
Nice talking to you.
In shape too, see?
Yeah.
Artists,
That's all that metal
artists
work.
are not weaklings, remember that. Very fine. Pleasure meeting you. Harley Davidson fanatic. Kind of combines muscularity, Harley Davidson, Hell's Angels maybe, with the love of art.
He's deciding whether or not we're going to talk about this artist.
Yes. We're now in the booth of Charles Gatewood, Phoenix City, Alabama. Painter, oil on, looks like canvas. What's interesting about this work is, hi Charles, you are Charles. The absence of human beings. Loneliness, kind of eerie glow, eerie beauty. Natural. And yet, city and nature living side by side. A surrealistic landscape without human beings to pollute it, or animals. Note what I like about the work is animals are excluded and people, both being organisms, both don't belong on Earth. Maybe the Earth belongs to nature, maybe to what we've created here. Maybe that's the reality. I like it. No animals, no life forms. It's fascinating. Of course, we have flora. We have nature. We have electric light. We have rain. And there's a little glow here. Man's handiwork without the animal to pollute it. But even here, this chamber in here, empty.
There's a train coming through.
Maybe at a distance, remote. That's the only moving thing in this picture.
Stay tuned next week to see part 2 with Michael Hirschfeld right here on The Benita Show. You are watching The Benita Show, where we are showcasing positive artists in a positive light. Up next, we have trailers for Joe's Place and Clayton's Lyric, 2 St. Louis independent films that will be showing at the Tivoli Theater on Thursday, October 6th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased in advance online at www.landmarktheaters.com. All proceeds will go to the homeless shelter and the Clayton's Lyric Foundation. Joe's Place debuted at the Tivoli Theater spring 2011 and raised over $25,000 for homeless children. With your support, independent filmmakers can do miracles for your community.
They're turning into really outstanding young men. I know they're going to make a difference in the world.
A paradigm shift is a complete shift. I mean, it's like a complete change of what the world looks like and is, and so it's hard for a lot of them to come here, and they have to give up a lot.
I think they put something in his life that he needed, and a direction that helped him find the way that he really wanted to be and to go in, you know, and I'm grateful to them, you know, and always will be.
It feels like it goes by way too fast. I never thought that we'd get to this day because it's a big deal. So
For the sun to rise, there's a space in the clouds where the two of us can hide. Do you believe in miracles? As long as you left, do you believe in miracles?
Support your St. Louis independent filmmakers and get your tickets for Joe's Place and Clayton's Lyrics today.
Don't touch that dial. Up next we have the trailer for The Heart Final Post.
A what?
The Heart Final Post, a Ryan Gregory film?
Oh, I hear Ryan Gregory's awesome.
He is. The Heart Final Post will be showing at the Tivoli Theater on Thursday, October 13th, 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased at the box office or online at www.landmarktheaters.com. Bats in the Clock Tower, a Scott Stoltz and FCS Studios film, will be showing at the Wildy Theater in Edwardsville, Illinois, October 28th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $8 and can be purchased at www.wildytheater.com and at the box office.
Him slip. Yes, it was you who failed me. I who failed you? I thought we were supposed to be a team. We're nothing. You're nothing like me. Nothing. You are worthless. Worthless? I'll show you who's worthless. Myself.
It's no joke. The captors of my dark night blacken my talons of a feather fowl as a familiar coldness sets in.
Keep watching to see what St. Louis independent films will be showing at the Tivoli Theater and other venues.